Welcome to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. I am Beth Cooper.
I am Stacey Early Wine, and all I've got to say is burr.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's nice
what
out there.
What happened to my life? I literally had to go from flip-flops to boots. I have boots on today. Yeah.
I like it.
I know you do.
I think it feels good out. It's not too cold and it's not too hot.
You know, when I came into this morning, it was so weird because it was so foggy up this north,
yes,
right?
it was a foggy morning.
It was really foggy. I was like, what is going on?
You know what foggy mornings made me think of? Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Do you know what a bright, sunny day makes Beth think of? Santa Claus.
I love Christmas. But, yeah, our show today is not about Christmas, though. It's kind of, we're going with our Halloween theme.
We are. It's been such a fun
It's been super fun. We're going to talk about urban legends today.
Yeah, what's up with the quilt? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you. I made that quilt years ago. It is well loved by many kids who sleep with it throughout the year, and you can tell some of my ghosts are missing eyeballs.
Oh my goodness!
I wish I would have noticed.
Some of your black cats are too.
Yeah, so they don't show up on camera very well, but the cats have eyes on them too that glow, but you can't really see them very well. But a lot of the eyes are missing, which are buttons that are sewed on, and I didn't know that until I got here. I would have brought buttons and sewed them on real
that's okay.
quick.
I mean, it's funny.
Yeah. So
I think that one cat's winking at me.
Okay, yeah.
I'm almost positive.
I think there's a cat with only one eye, but hey, it's fine. It goes with our theme.
It's cute, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been such a fun. You know, we like Beth and I like to dress up and we like to be silly and I don't know. It was like when October came, because we have how long? When did we start doing this show?
I don't know.
Like in the spring, maybe?
Yeah, or late winter.
So this is like, it wasn't, maybe January. So, we've only been doing this for a few, 10 months maybe, and so it was like,
it's been a blast,
Halloween's coming.
Yeah.
We have a ball doing it.
Yeah.
But it's like, Halloween's coming. Let's just dress up all the time. We're going to, the next episode we record will be dressed up. Right. It's going to be fun. But, urban legends. Kind of interesting.
I learned a lot. Some of them, the ones I picked to talk about, I kind of already knew a little bit about, but there was a lot out there I didn't know about.
Yeah, I had no idea what I was getting into. And I ended up coming across 8 that were like my favorite, but every time you turn around, there was an urban legend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
I
don't know. I like to learn new things.
Me too. I like to learn new things too, and hopefully you guys do too, because that's kind of what we try to do on the show.
Yeah, and we like to do local history, but then, sometimes we want to go outside the box and just see what's out there.
Right. Well, we do have one little tidbit of urban legend that is local that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to talk about. But, so not much going on. Like I said, just I did not have my windows open very long before the heat came on. I am turning the heat on before the end of October. And my heat's been on for a week. Yes.
I'm not like that.
I am. It's too expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heating
I feel like that's why you have it. I mean, I like my house to be the same temperature year round.
You're not a window opener, though, are you?
No. Because of my allergy. It just makes me sneeze and stuff, and it's just easier if...
Yeah, see, because I'd have my windows the first day that's in the summertime that's not, in spring, once winter, 60 degrees, my house is being aired out, and I will leave it till it's like 80 in the house.
Yeah.
And then I like that, and then October I really like it open. But I finally got everything all decorated up, and everybody's mums. Have you been driving around? Everybody's mums and everything looks so good.
Yeah, the whole town there, the downtown looks pretty. There's several businesses that have mums out.
Yeah.
And it looks nice, and I love this time of year. The trees are starting to change.
Oh, yeah. We went camping out at Charlie Brown Park, and the trees were just now starting to go. There's nothing more spectacular than a change of trees.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful.
See, I prefer this time. Like, October's my favorite month. Fall is my favorite because I like that, all the change. Spring is okay. I like spring because things are coming alive, but it's just not the same as fall.
It's soggy and dreary, I think. People say that about fall, but I'm like, spring is way more dreary. It's always raining.
Yeah.
Fall has color, and it's pretty. And...
Yeah, it is nice. Lots to do in the fall.
Yes. Start us off with a good ad.
Okay.
What do you got today?
I'm telling you, every time I go through this little magazine, my little magazine here, the People's Home Journal, I'm in love with this magazine, so I'm going to stick with it for a while.
Okay.
Because I find so many there's so many things that we still use today, except for the ad that I'm going to pick now.
Okay.
Because I'm like, what is this? Okay, let's show the ad here. Okay. Campbell's infrared ray lamp. Have you some troublesome ailments? Infrared rays relieve congestion or troubles causing aches and pains in the body. The Campbell infrared ray lamp concentrates on a mild beam of infrared rays upon any part of the body. Now, we're talking, this magazine is from 1929.
Okay, so this is how you got better in 1929?
Right?
You slept with an infrared ray lamp shining on you?
Apparently. These rays penetrate deeply into the tissue. As they penetrate, they create an active circulation of the blood. Most ailments are due to congestion. Didn't know that. And relieve the congestion, and you relieve the ailment. Nature herself does the healing by active normal blood circulation. Why suffer needless pains? Tell us your troubles. Get our book on infrared rays. The William Campbell Company, 1036 Union Avenue, Alliance, Ohio.
I'm going to bet they're not in business anymore.
I'm going to bet that too. But
wow.
Yeah, who knew? I mean, I came across them. I'm like, what is that?
I don't know much about infrared rays. Would it burn you? I don't know.
I don't
guess
know.
Not.
I don't know.
That's weird.
I think, I know. Infrared ray lamp.
And then, a lot of it is a mental thing. So if people woke up and they're like, wow, that really helped. I feel good today.
What's that called when it's all in your head? Oh, come on.
What?
A placebo effect.
Thank goodness we got Ty Landreth in the background here.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But I'm like, so like in the ad, she's like laying like this. What happens if she falls asleep in the middle of the night and she has a infrared ray? I would think it'd have to be bright.
What if she slept like that and then she woke up and her neck hurt? And before her neck hadn't hurt, before it was like she had a cold, she was just congested. And so, but then the next day she woke. What if she thought it made it worse? Because now her neck hurts.
Now it's cramping. I don't know. These are things we need to ask the Campbell Company.
I wonder how much it costs.
I don't know. Did it? I don't know. I got to go back, people. Let's look real quick.
I don't know if it said.
Did it say? Well, you got better eyes than I do. And the printing on this is this
Yeah,
big.
it's tiny. People must have had better eyes back then.
Apparently they did. No, there is no
price. Very
Quotes
interesting.
leading authorities as well as users. So if you have to get a quote on this baby.
I bet it was expensive.
Yeah, they're not even putting it out there.
I bet it was almost like a last resort for people who'd tried everything else and they were like desperate to be healed.
Right. Like they kind of, yeah.
But they might not be healable.
Yeah, it's kind of like acupuncture.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
I have.
I'm scared of needles, so no, I have not.
Yeah, I'm not scared of needles, but it's bizarre because they're so tiny of a needle and they don't go in very deep. So you don't really feel it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But it's weird, but what does it do? What do they say it does?
It can relieve pain and stuff. I don't know. Hits pressure points. I don't understand the sciences behind it. I
don't either.
I don't know.
I think maybe that might be something that's a little placebo, maybe. Maybe it is. I don't
know. I'm sure there are people that will argue it either way.
Everything's a mind
I'm going to
game.
steer clear of that argument because I do not know the answer.
Do not know it. Never had it done. Don't plan on because, like I said, I'm a big baby. I don't like needles. I almost didn't get married because back in the 80s,
you had to have an AIDS test, didn't you?
Yeah, we had to have an AIDS test in the 80s, and I was terrified of needles, like blood coming out of you. And I was like, ooh, can we run to Kentucky?
Yeah, which makes me think of World War II. Those brides, they all went to Morganfield, Kentucky to get married because they had to have a blood test back then.
Right.
For not AIDS. I don't remember what it was for.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of people that went to Kentucky to get married because you didn't have to wait on the test to come back. You could just go do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Craziness.
Well, it's not time for a commercial break. So,
okay.
Let's dive into urban legends because I've got like 8.
I've got a ton of them too.
You've got a ton of them because this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have like a little short one here? Or do you have
yeah, I have some short ones. Okay.
Let's throw a short one out there.
Okay. Have you heard about the black-eyed children?
I have not heard about the black-eyed children.
Okay, they're sometimes called black-eyed kids, but it's an urban legend that these paranormal creatures, they look like regular children between the ages of 6 and 16. They have very pale skin, but their eyes are black, like completely black. And they are usually seen hitchhiking or panhandling, or they will even come knock on your door.
Oh, that's
and then I don't know, they'll like disappear after you talk to them for a little bit or whatever. They just disappear.
Really?
And they are supposedly like, trying to get your soul or something.
Where is the black-eyed children?
The black-eyed children.
If I open up my door and there's a little kid standing there with a white face and black eyes.
So, trick-or-treaters, if you really want to get to Stacey this year, because Stacey and Jim are known to have like a really scary, haunted, themed little trick-or-treat setup that you have to walk through to get to the candy.
I don't want any black-eyed children.
Yeah, dress up as a little black-eyed child and come scare Stacey.
How interesting. And then they just poof and disappear.
I guess.
How did I not know that story?
I don't know, but it's been going around for a long time.
that's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Urban legend. I don't really.
Urban legend.
Don't really
did
believe.
you actually look up why are they called? I know why they called legend. Urban. Where does the word urban come from? Did you ever find that answer?
I didn't look it up, but urban means city. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
City legend, because like they're all over the country.
I don't know. We'll have Ty check into
Ty's
that.
looking into it. I see the computer.
Yeah, we can tell when he's Googling.
We know
Googling.
what he's doing.
Yes.
We're going to let him Google. But yeah, I was like, urban legend.
How much time do we have? Do we have enough for another short one?
No, you don't. Not
okay.
really.
Okay. All right. I'll save it for in a few minutes.
Okay. He's going to keep Googling urban legends, and we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
At your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville, you can count on experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, the Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville carry a large inventory of Napa products for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced associates understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
We like technology at Flora Savings Bank. Here's what you can accomplish in our mobile banking app in less than 30 seconds. See account balances in your transactions, set up an account alert, make a transfer between accounts, get an alert text message about your transfer, pay a bill, turn your debit card off and then back on. It all happens in the palm of your hand with our free My Bank to Go app. Search My Bank to Go in the App Store or Google Play and give mobile banking a try. Flora Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Doors, paint, windows, electrical, plumbing, and much more. Oh yeah, give me all your guns too.
John Lucas.
What?
You better be dreaming about all the stuff we sell here at Zink Building Center.
Oh, I would. Zink Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. We are discussing urban legends, which
Yeah.
Ty Googled for us. The definition of an urban legend is a fictional story that is rooted in modern popular culture. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Fun. Now we know what urban legend means. Okay.
That's right.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, yeah. That's a Classic.
A classic known as Nessie.
Yes.
I mean, I literally want to go to Scotland because I'm obsessed with Outlander, the series.
Yeah, I want to go to Scotland too for a couple different reasons, but I want to go there and sit on the shore and just stare at the water.
Just to see if Nessie comes up?
You betcha.
You betcha. It is a Scottish folklore that is said to inhabit the Loch Ness. And Loch Ness is an actual...
It's a lake.
It's a lake.
Loch means lake.
Yeah, Loch Ness is a lake in the Scotland Highlands. Mm-hmm. Described as a long neck, it has a long neck with one or more humps protruding through the water.
It always looks like a brontosaurus to me.
It does. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I've got a picture.
Yeah, let's see a
Nessie.
picture.
Look at her.
Oh, yeah.
Now, seriously, the ripples are perfect. I think Nessie really exists.
Yeah.
I think Nessie... did I put any more pictures of Nessie in there? Is that the only one? Look at that.
Yeah.
Come on now. There's a shadow and everything. Uh-huh. And these pictures have been around way before. I mean, because we all know everybody filters all their pictures and all that stuff.
No, those were... I saw these pictures before there was Photoshop when I was a kid.
Right.
I think there's some truth to it.
I think there is.
We all know that dinosaurs existed. There's proof that the dinosaurs were here.
Absolutely. And it looks like a water dinosaur.
Exactly.
So I wonder if you're sitting there, could you, I'm so nuts though, that I have a feeling that like if I'd be sitting there, I'd be staring at it so long that I would do that placebo on my own self and be like, there it is. I see it. What was that ripple? Did you see that?
I would hallucinate it into happening.
I would hallucinate it into happening. Be like, okay, so like, because Scotland is on my bucket list. I have a bucket list that I want to do. It is on there because of Outlander and because of Nessie. I want to go see if we can find her. Uh-huh. So you want to go?
No,
Scotland?
I don't really want to leave the country.
You don't want to leave the country and go to Scotland?
No. I do want to go there, but I also don't want to leave the country.
I'm trying to figure out how you can do that.
Well, you just go and you FaceTime me.
Be like, okay, Jim, you go travel around. I'm looking for Nessie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I don't know. Loch Ness, you've heard about it forever.
Right.
So lay one on me, girl.
Bloody Mary.
Ooh, I had Bloody Mary on here
Let's
too.
talk about Bloody Mary together.
Let's talk about it. Because, okay, so this is one that, Bloody Mary is something that like back in the day, you know, you'd have girls come over. And
that's
be like,
what I was going to say. So we would go to sleepovers in the 80s. And I can remember specifically going into this all-night lock-in at church. Of all places. Yeah, but there's like 50 junior high girls there probably. I mean, this thing was huge. And all these kids running around the church, and we were all supposed to stay like together, but we'd run back and forth to the bathroom, and everyone would dare each other to like call out Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. So let's talk about so it's a folklore legend consisting of a ghost or a spirit conjured to reveal the future. She is said to appear in a mirror when her name is called multiple times. Mm-hmm. Three times, to be exact. My notes say multiple, but every girl that's ever been at a church sleepover knows that it's actually 3, okay?
If you do 4, she's not coming.
Nope.
If you do Bloody Mary, blood, she ain't coming.
It's kind of like Beetlejuice. You have to say her name 3 times. 3 times.
There must be something 3.
The Bloody Mary apparition may be benign or malevolent, depending on different variations of the legend. Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
How interesting is that?
Mm-hmm. So you used to do that too?
Oh yeah, I don't know if I ever actually did it though, because I'm big chicken. Mm-hmm. So I probably never did it. I don't think I probably made my friends do it. Mm-hmm. I probably bullied somebody. You do it. Oh man, you big sissy. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? Mm-hmm. I wasn't a bully. I probably didn't do that. I'm just a big chicken myself, so I wouldn't do it.
Yep.
Okay, so I came across one from New Mexico.
Okay.
I hope I say this right. Chupacabra.
Yeah, chupacabra.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah, the goat eater.
The goat sucker is what I've got.
Right, it's goat sucker.
It's from New Mexico. It is a monster, supposed monster, resembling a large dog with glowing eyes and spikes on its back. It can fly.
Okay, I didn't know that.
It can fly, and it sucks the life out of livestock. Chupacabra actually means goat sucker.
Yeah. Like chupa means goat or sucker, and cabra means one or the other too. I read that somewhere.
So it's chupa. Maybe chupa is goat. and Cabra is sucker.
I don't know, but that would be scary. But I've seen like a TV show about this where people down there will go out to look at their crops, or not their crops, but their herds of animals in the morning, and like their whole entire field of goats will be dead, and all the blood will just be sucked from them.
Yeah, because what's interesting about the urban legends, it's like it all comes back from somebody had seen. I mean,
yeah,
things happen, weird things happen. So then maybe that's where then like you've got something. You know, because a lot of these urban legends come back like in the 1400s, the 15th century.
Right.
And it's kind of interesting, though. So something literally had to happen. Maybe that's kind of like, did you ever watch Tremors?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of weird, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of fun.
There's a similar thing that happened in Cornwall, England, kind of like the Chupacabra, and it was called the Beast of Bodmin Moor. Okay. Sounds scary.
It does.
This happened not that long ago, 1978.
Oh, wow.
A lot of sightings, and it was mutilated livestock.
Really?
And it was an alleged panther, leopard-like black cats, and they became known as the Beast of Bodmin Moor. But it's probably, I mean, they probably just had some mountain lions or something that was killing livestock. But it turned into this whole urban legend of the Beast of Bodmin Moor.
Speaking of urban legends, do you think, I mean, because people in Clay County think that they see cougars all the time.
That is 100% true.
You know, so. But,
I have photographic evidence of that.
Yeah, because there's always a big, there's always a big argument. Some people be like, no, it's just a big bobcat.
Nope.
And cougars. But
they come through here regardless. Some people may not want to believe it. I don't care. But
where'd you see the pictures from?
I don't know if I'm supposed to say.
Oh, okay.
But two people that I trust completely that were just driving down Route 45 and was like, holy cow, did you see that? Turned around, went back, thought there was only one, took a picture, and realized there was actually two, a black one and a yellow one.
Could you imagine? Like,
and that was only this past summer.
If you were a deer hunter and you're like up in a tree, and you're like, oh man, look at my, and then you're like, oh, hello, Mr. Cougar, because you know, because maybe that's why a lot of people don't really see
and
them too much.
Hopefully, you're not bow hunting without some backup, because I would think you would need.
Yeah, I've never seen one.
Gun
I mean,
to
I
kill
don't
one.
know. I don't know why. I mean, things migrate. What's the story behind the cougars getting here? Do you know?
Well, I have a theory.
Well, I want to hear your theory.
I have a theory that the government planted them here. And then denied it and said that there weren't any here. But now I think they have said that, I don't know that they came around, said that they were here. I'm not sure about that, but I think that they're like protected. You're not supposed to hunt them. Well, if they're protected in this area, then, you know, they're in this area. Because
they're not there, but they're protected in case they are, so don't touch them.
Years ago, my husband asked a game warden, like, well, what if I see one? Am I allowed to shoot it? And the game warden was like, yeah, shoot it. Don't matter. They're not here. Shoot it.
Protected or not, if it's attacking you.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I would think there would have to be. Well, interesting. I just thought about our own little backyard urban legend.
Yeah.
Okay, so another one is Slender Man.
Yeah, tell me about that one. I don't know much about that one.
Okay, so Slender Man is an alleged paranormal figure, and it's apparently supposed to have been around for like centuries. Slender Man is one that like shows up like in a lot of pictures, and I have a picture of Slender Man, don't I?
No. Aw. Womp, womp, womp.
Womp, womp, womp. I think it wouldn't save to my phone. But anyway, so it's a tall, slender man with really long arms and really long legs, and it always shows up like around children.
Oh.
Yeah, Slender Man represents modern fear of the unknown. There was actually a movie made about it, but it seems like a lot of Ty's looking him up right now. I think he can probably show something maybe. But anyway, they did make a movie about it, and like I said, it's the modern fear of the unknown. Very tall, and like a lot of pictures you see, and the supposedly, you know, movies and stuff do things, but there's a lot of pictures of Slender Man out there, and it's usually appearing like around children and stuff.
Oh, I don't like that. Stay away from my kids.
Stay away from the Slender Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was an interesting. I just really thought that it was just a movie made out of fictional character, and But no, Slender Man actually has been. I didn't realize it was an urban legend. Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
No
either.
face, just black. Yeah. Wait. Oh yeah, this is a picture. I thought. Okay. Yeah. See if Ty can put that up. See him back there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a creepy picture.
They didn't notice him when they took the picture.
No, apparently not. But look at how old do you think? What year do you think that is? Look, I bet that's the
70s or 60s.
60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's usually what it is. But I didn't realize. I just thought it was a fictional character that some movie person made up. I didn't realize it was an urban legend, which I thought that was fascinating.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Okay, lay one on me.
The ankle slicing car thief. Or the man under the car.
Oh, now that freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, this is an urban legend that tells of a driver that keeps hearing noises under their car when they are driving. So they step out of the car to investigate.
Uh-oh.
And then their ankles get sliced open with a knife.
Yikes.
And while they are rolling around on the ground in pain, a car thief emerges from under the car and steals it.
And they're like just hanging on underneath the hot car. There's not a lot of room between a car and
the road.
And
Yeah, the whole thing doesn't make any sense. But apparently that is an urban legend that has been around a long time. That if you hear noises under your car, you should not get out of the car to investigate right away because it's probably the ankle-slicing car thief.
Nice.
Now, I know after hearing that, a lot of you are going to be scared to get out of your car.
Right. Huh. We got a couple more minutes. You got another short one?
Well, this one is like one that totally fascinates me.
I want to hear it then.
Malia and I discussed this one quite a bit. The 27 Club.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know about the 27
Yes,
Club?
I have heard about it, and it is fascinating.
Okay, so the 27 Club is an urban legend that popular musicians and other artists die at age 27 at a more frequent level than other ages. It's like a statistical spike. So I have a bunch of notes on that one, actually.
We may want to do. Let's come back to the 27 Club after we take our commercial break because it is very interesting, and I don't know what the deal. I mean, once she starts reading off the names of who it is, you're going to be like, oh yeah. It is fascinating.
Oh, they all died at 27. It's so weird.
It is so weird, and there's some phenomenal musicians in that.
Yeah.
But we will be right back.
Okay.
If you're looking for a loan for your brand new home, call Clay County State Bank. If you want to transfer money so your future will look sunny, call Clay County State Bank.
We got checking and savings and bill pay too.
An online bank, just ask Becky. For all your banking needs, we think you will agree.
Clay County State Bank is the place you need to be. Clay County State Bank.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It's the weekend, and your symptoms are worsening. The morning of a big meeting and you have a bigger sore throat. Ever experienced that urgency after picking up your sick child and your community health center has already closed? You will be able to connect to a provider at crhpc.org. Even if you have never been to CRHPC, you are welcome to utilize our services. Feel better after scheduling a video visit with CRHPC.
Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow. Aren't the same as the plans that the future holds for you? You can be ready. Because we'll be ready. Like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to your mutual agent today.
Your local agent is on the square. Louisville, Clay County, Farmers Mutual Insurance.
Oh, we're back. Okay. Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. So we are talking about the 27 Club right now.
Yeah, let's talk more about the 27 Club.
Okay, so the 27 Club is the belief that all these popular musicians, mainly musicians, die at the age of 27. So here are some of them. Several of them died just between the years of 1969 and 1971.
Of course,
So that's a really short period of time.
A lot of it has to, drugs had a lot to do.
Drugs had a lot to do with it.
But still.
And drugs and suicide.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay, so Brian Jones was one of the very first. And now he's the only one I did not know who that was. Mm-mm. Now, a lot of you may, but I Googled him. He was the original lead singer of the Rolling Stones.
I had no idea that even...
Very talented guy.
You learned me something today.
I did.
You did learn me something. Didn't know that.
Yeah, so he died at the age of 27. Jimi Hendrix. We all know Hendrix.
Yes. Yeah.
27. This next one of my very favorites, Janis Joplin.
One of my all-time... I sing a lot of Janis Joplin. She's one of my favorites. So sad.
27. Jim Morrison.
Oh, The Doors.
The Doors, lead singer of The Doors.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was cute. Boy, he was cute, too. Jim Morrison was.
Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Now, that was later. That was in 94. But his death at 27 is kind of what made... All of a sudden, people were like, what is it about musicians? Yeah. And they all die at 27.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, and then there's another one that was just in the when it was Amy Winehouse.
That's my next one on the list.
Amy Winehouse, very talented, but almost every single person that was mentioning had drug issues. Now, did Kurt Cobain though? Did he commit suicide? Or there's controversy around his death, right?
There is. It is considered suicide, and there's a lot of people out there that would tell you that it was suicide. Now, for those that aren't familiar with Kurt Cobain, he was the lead singer of Nirvana in the 1990s, a famous grunge band, okay? Very talented guy. He had tried to commit suicide several different times. He was on drugs. He almost overdosed like multiple times in the year prior to his death.
Right.
But he also had this very tumultuous, crazy relationship with his wife.
Courtney Love.
Oh,
and she was nuts.
She was a little nutso. And there's a lot of people that believe that she killed him, that she shot him.
Really? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I believe she did that or not. But who knows? Didn't they? What was their kid's name? They had a little girl, right?
Frances Bean.
Yeah. Frances Bean. Yeah. Yeah,
Excuse me.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I knew there was controversy, but he was, like I said, he was on drugs and all that stuff. I don't know. She doesn't seem like she. I don't know.
I think there was a letter. I think there was a little bit of weirdness about the gun. It is something you could read about and make your own.
Read about that more, and you make up your own mind. I don't know. Yeah. So who else? Any more in the 27 Club?
That's the only ones I had written down, but I think there are more.
There has been,
Yeah, there's been a lot over the years, but interesting 27 Club.
It really is, yeah, and so talented.
I feel safe. I mean, I'm well past that mark.
Thank goodness there's not a 56 Club. But no, it is. Yeah, Amy Winehouse, boy, she was a talented girl. But there must be something to that lifestyle. I don't think people understand how that rock star lifestyle really is.
Yeah, I don't understand it because they have everything going for them and they're so talented and they're beautiful people. And then they have these raging drug problems.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand it because literally by the time you get to that success, you got agents and you got everybody doing everything for you. You literally just have to get up. And know your stuff. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah.
But then there's some that come through it. And, Steven Tyler's one of my favorite. Aerosmith. And I don't know. It's just weird. I guess it is just personalities maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Okay, so I want to talk about another urban legend that I remember as a kid. Hookman.
What? I never heard of him.
Hookman. Hookman was a Hookman was a lunatic who escaped from an asylum in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Okay? These were campsite stories from when I was a little girl. It all started in the 1950s.
Okay.
Okay? The story is a couple goes for a drive.
Oh, I know where this is going.
A couple goes for a drive. They end up on Lover's Lane. And they are parking.
I bet they hear a tap, tap, tap on the window.
All of a sudden, over the radio, they hear about this lunatic who escapes
yes.
from an asylum in Pennsylvania, and they do not know where he's at. And their lovers on Lover's Lane are just like, oh my goodness, this is so scary, we need to leave. So they take off, and when they get home, there is a hook in the back of their car, stuck in their car. I'm thinking if somebody stuck a hook in your car, you're going to hear it.
Yeah, I always heard that the hook was hanging. I mean, when you said Hook Man, I didn't really recognize the story.
Did I send a picture of Hook Man?
But I always imagined the hook was hanging on the door handle on the outside of the car.
Yeah, it was like the back of the car.
Ready to open the door.
Okay, so we need to talk about my email sending, because I sent emails of these people to you, Ty, and it even went, whew, like when the email goes.
Maybe your emails go to his spam file. Maybe he has you marked as spam. He
gets some of them, and some of them he doesn't get.
That's weird.
There's Hook Man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, many movies have been about, does anybody remember I Know What You Did Last Summer? Those movies. So there's been a lot of movies about. There's been a lot, Captain Hook is, Hook Man. But I don't think he went after Lover's Lane people. But I don't know. I just thought that was I remember hearing about this. So there's two that besides Loch Ness Monster, but Bloody Mary and the Hook Man. Okay, lay one on me.
I love this one. This one's The Legend of the Green Children of Woolpit. Do you know this one?
No, but I'm excited.
I've read about this one a couple of different times over the years because it's one of those things that occasionally pops up on your Facebook. Like, here's a weird story from the past. Okay. This concerns two children of unusual skin color who reportedly appeared in the village of Woolpit in Suffolk, England, sometime in the 12th century. So this is way back. Okay, like 1135 to 1154.
Ooh.
The children were found to be brother and sister. They were of generally normal appearance, except for their skin was bright green.
Okay. They're alien children.
They spoke in an unknown language and would eat only raw, broad beans. Eventually, they learned to eat other food and lost their green color. But the boy was sickly and died soon after his sister was baptized. The girl adjusted to her new life, but she was considered to be very wanton and impudent. And after she learned to speak English, the girl explained that she and her brother had come from a land where the sun never shone and the light was like twilight. According to one version of the story, she said that everything there was green. And according to another, she called it St. Martin's Land.
Huh.
So I don't know where St. Martin's Land is.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they were very green. So the story goes that they were kind of came out of the woods and approached this house. And they were like, oh, gosh, there's some little lost children. Let's check in on them and make sure they're okay. And it was like these totally green kids. And these people...
Sounds crazy.
Tried to feed them and gave them a blanket and was like, where are you from? Where's your mom and dad? And they didn't speak English. And they were like, this is so bizarre. But they actually ended up adopting them because they just didn't want to turn out these little kids into the woods. But the weird thing about this story is that there's two different writers that recorded this detail for detail in two different books.
Really?
So you don't really think about it being fiction. If somebody were to just write a novel, then it would maybe be fiction. But it's like one of these people was a William... Ralph, maybe. Sir Richard Deacon of Wykes was the other one. But there's these two different men, William of Newburgh, and they were historians. And so one of the books was called Historiam Rerum Anglicarium. This is probably all Latin. And then the other book was Chronicum Anglicanum. So it was, they were both writing histories and chronicles of the times. And this story was in both books, like identically, like not like each writer took their own version of it or, made it into a fairy tale. It was like detail for detail. It was very weird. And then, it's just for two authors to have the exact same story. I don't know. And
that's I've never ever heard of that.
Yeah. So, I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's false, but there's been some talk about it. Like, what could you say was, if this really happened, like, how can you explain it? And it's like, well, some people said they probably came from another country and their parents died and they wandered there and they had a major vitamin deficiency that gave them a green color, a green pallor. They were ill, they weren't well, and maybe the shade of green might have been exaggerated a little bit, but they could have been green.
That's interesting.
If they only ate certain things and they were lacking certain vitamins and nutrients, and maybe they were green, but, hard to say.
I think Ty is doing some fancy Googling, too.
Yeah, I don't know if he has if he has a picture, it's not an actual one, but yeah, because this was a long, long time ago.
Never in my life have I heard of that.
Yeah, but there's other people that believe it was an imaginary encounter with inhabitants of another world, perhaps subterranean or extraterrestrial.
Yeah. Huh.
So, anyway,
Crazy.
The Green Children of Woolpit.
Okay, well, I have an interesting story, and it comes from Connecticut. There is an eerie town in Connecticut called Doodletown. Doodle doesn't sound like it'd be real eerie, but apparently locals refer to it as the Dark Cortex.
Ooh.
If you steal an artifact from the area, you will be cursed. They say the visitors who've come to Doodletown see around the entire town, see orbs, hear voices throughout the town, and see dark shadows.
Ooh.
So have you ever heard of Doodletown?
No, but I am not going there.
What?
What state?
Connecticut.
Oh, I've never been to Connecticut.
I've never been to Connecticut, but we want to go to Vermont. Maybe we should just Trixie on down to Doodletown.
Yeah, I've been to Vermont. It's beautiful.
I know. You got to take me back. You got to take me.
Yes.
Maine and Vermont's on the back. But Doodletown, a town in Connecticut. But that's literally what it's known for. Visitors travel there from all over the place just to go to see. But,
do you think it's a clever marketing scheme to get tourists to some little dumpy town in Connecticut?
Maybe. I would go.
Maybe that's what Clay County needs to do. We're always trying to think of how to get people here, how to, increase our sales in our downtown.
I'm thinking
maybe we just need to market
ourselves.
Creepy.
Well, you know how we market ourselves on the show?
How?
We take commercial breaks and show ads.
Okay. That works too.
We'll be right back.
Do you bowl like this? That's great. Do you bowl like this? That's great too. That's because whether you're a pro or you just want to have a lot of fun, at Pegel's Silver Dollar Lanes, we have a lane for you. We have galaxy bowling, gaming for kids and adults, Joe's Pizza, a full bar, darts, pool, and fresh and clean bowling shoes. Boy, does that smell nice. So come on down to Pegel Silver Dollar Lanes in Effingham, where we have a lane for you.
My name is Robin Stanford. I own Stanford Marketing. It's a promotional products business along with an embroidery business. And we do custom hats, t-shirts, anything, you name it, we can make it. People like that we do stuff in-house and we can actually make things here and that we're not contracting the work out to other places. We never say no. We always try to find a way to do it. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We are hardworking women, that is for sure. Come to Stanford Marketing in Florida for all your custom and promotional needs.
The insurance specialists have options to tailor to your needs at CSI Insurance Brokers. Experienced insurance brokers at CSI are skilled with all types of insurance plans and policies and represent many companies, including Safeco Insurance. You'll benefit from their detailed expertise, unbeatable premiums, and commitment to customer service. CSI Insurance Brokers and Safeco Insurance Company, providing affordable rates on quality insurance since 1952.
For over 50 years, at your locally owned and operated Rural King Supply in Salem and Olney, we've helped you and your neighbors enjoy an easy country lifestyle. We carry the most thorough sporting goods department around with a huge variety of hunting and fishing gear, camping equipment, and a variety of firearms for any need. Our team is here to help you find whatever you need. Open every day, it's Rural King in Salem and Olney, your locally owned farm and home store.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. We're talking about urban legends.
We are winding down urban legends. It's been really interesting.
Yeah, here's one that I have that I had never heard about until I started researching it, and it's called The Hands Resist Him.
Whoa.
And some of you may have heard of this. I think you probably haven't, because I hadn't, and it's kind of a weird thing, but this is they all are, though. They're all weird. They're all weird,
but they're fascinating.
This is about a painting that was created by an artist named Bill Stoneham in 1972, and it depicts a young boy and a female doll. Ty, I think I have a picture of this one.
Oh, boy.
Standing in front of a glass paneled door against which many hands are pressed. Okay, so we have this little boy here.
Oh, that's a creepy picture.
By this doll, and all these hands are pressed against that glass door.
Mm-hmm.
According to Stoneham, the boy is based on a photograph of himself at the age of 5. The doorway is a representation of the dividing line between the waking world and the world of fantasy and impossibilities, while the doll is a guide that will escort the boy through it. The hands represent alternate lives or possibilities. So how this became an urban legend is that the painting became the subject when it kind of went viral in February 2000 when it went for sale on eBay, and the description implied that it was haunted.
Whoa, that's kind of a neat.
So yeah, everybody that has apparently owned this painting has been haunted. And it is a creepy painting.
It is. I thought it was so.
And I don't always understand art.
I don't understand art a lot.
I mean, I love art. I love all kinds of art, and I kind of feel like a little bit of an artist myself sometimes. But my medium is fabric. But I don't always understand, like, why would somebody want to paint a painting like that? It's creepy.
I don't know.
Why are you drawn? I mean, some people are just drawn to the creepy, but it's like, really? That's weird.
What's the one painting, the Screamer? Where it's
the Scream.
The Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an unusual painting.
Yeah.
And it's like incredibly famous.
Oh, yeah. People have been.
Yeah.
But just like that town Doodle or whatever.
Doodletown.
People know that sells.
It does. Well, because on my bucket list is Salem, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I want to go see where the witch trials
I bet
are at.
It is such a big tourist trap.
Oh, it's huge. I've known people that went, and I'm going to love every minute of it. You want to go to Salem with me?
No.
Come on. Diane won't go either, but Linda's going. We're going to stay at the Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by that,
You have fun with that. I will. I don't want to bring any evil spirits home.
Oh, she's staying there.
Okay.
She can't spread herself that thin. You know how many people? There is a 3-year... First of all, you have to be a member of the Lizzie Borden fan club to even stay at the house.
And let me guess, you are?
Yeah, I joined it because Lynn and I might want to stay there because it's the actual house where the murders happened, and there is a 3-year waiting list.
So do you have reservations?
No, I haven't done it yet. I need to do
gosh.
that. I always say I'm going to do it, then I never do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, you know, she ain't going home with everybody. Good Lord.
Yeah. You're right. She's not. But her friends might. Ugh.
Well, okay, so I came across another one.
Okay.
I'm going to do one more, then we're going to finish up with one you have. That's a local one.
Yep.
Okay, so I came across Screaming Jenny. Screaming Jenny happened in West Virginia. This woman, she was a very poor woman, and she was all alone. She had no family. She lived next to the B&O Railroad.
Oh.
Okay? While she was out cooking broth over a fire, apparently a spark caught her dress on fire, catching her on fire.
Oh, no.
So she was in flames. Of course, when you're burning, it's probably incredibly painful. So she was...
screaming.
People say she was flying around and just running around trying to do that.
Which is what you shouldn't do.
Which is what you shouldn't do.
She did not attend school in the 1980s.
She flamed.
Because everyone knows you.
Yeah, she basically just flamed her fire by wailing around like that. And unfortunately, Jenny fell on the train tracks and was hit by a train. Okay? Legend says that on the anniversary of her death, and they actually take specific trains to this destination on the anniversary of Jenny's death, you can see her and hear her still screaming.
Ooh, that's creepy.
Isn't that a creepy one?
Yeah, that's sad too. I mean, that's
very
a horrible
sad.
way to go.
Yeah, it really did happen. I mean, it's a true,
honestly though,
it's a true story of a woman.
It might be really good that she got hit by the train, because I think burning to death slowly would be way worse than just getting hit by a train. Just
boom, be done. Yeah. But yeah, it's screaming. It's out of West Virginia.
Why was her fire so close to the track?
Well, who knows? Maybe, I don't know.
Why didn't she not?
But maybe it wasn't.
So many questions.
Maybe it wasn't close. But if you're like, and the timing would have had to have been perfect.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad.
Isn't that a sad story?
I don't like that one.
That's an urban legend.
Okay.
I like it.
Screaming Jenny.
Screaming Jenny. Now.
Okay, so the only urban legend that I really know about in Clay County is the legend of Indian Lydia.
Yes.
And a lot of you may know about Indian Lydia. She is an Indian woman that is buried in the Henson Cemetery, which is actually located in Wayne County, but just barely. The Henson Cemetery is, if you go south of Xenia towards Orchardville, it's back that way. There's a little side road that you turn back east, and you'll find it. But Indian Lydia, when you go visit her grave, you are to leave her something while you're there.
Mm-hmm. And there is stuff.
And her grave is covered with hair ties, beer tabs, pennies, nickels. I mean, basically whatever anybody had in their pocket that they could leave her. Mm-hmm. And I think that it is said that you have to leave her something or else she'll follow you home or something.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's the point in leaving her something.
Whenever I did the one story, and we did the story on cemeteries, and I traveled around and I went back. I went to the Henson Cemetery because I talked about Indian Lydia's. And when you go into the Henson Cemetery, there's a huge write-up.
Oh, yeah. They have spent a fortune on a huge monument there that tells the whole story of Indian Lydia. But the sun was starting to go down. I had been to several, and you kind of have to go up a hill and then back down. So I never did. You never made it back to her grave.
I didn't know because the sun was going down. It was a little creepy. I was by myself.
So the Henson Cemetery is actually a really beautiful.
It's very nice
cemetery. It's very peaceful, but it's set in a way where at the very back end of it, there's a bluff that goes down to a creek. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of trees that surround it. So once you get into the cemetery, you're kind of surrounded almost like the trees are like a fence around it.
Yeah.
And you feel you're way out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
you feel very secluded, and the wind, every time I've been there, there's been wind going through those trees, and it's very loud almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's Revolutionary War soldiers buried there. It's an old cemetery, mainly the Henson family, but Indian Lydia is buried there because she worked and lived with the Henson family. Yeah. So she was an Indian woman. I think the story goes that she left the Trail of Tears and ended up here and began working for this family. And she lived with them all of her days. And no one even knew she was sick or getting ready to die. And the day that she died, she walked into the main living room and she told the family, the wife and the husband, she said, "I die now."
Yeah.
And she did. And then she went back in her room and she died.
Yeah.
It was very weird.
Does anybody have pictures of her? Because what year was this? Do you remember? We covered. She was covered on one of the cemetery tours.
I think it was 1700s, early 1800s.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't have any of the pictures with me of her gravestone or anything.
No. Have you been back there? Did you ever make it back there?
I took all the kids back there and we, looked at it, and we walked all around that cemetery. But we went on a bright sunny day. We were just out messing around.
I would have went, but like I said, the sun was going down. I started making my way back there. I took pictures of the actual story on the front because I would.
It's a great story.
It's a great story, and then I started walking back there. But like I said, it's almost like, and I was by myself, and the sun was going down.
Yeah, that's creepy.
It seems like the closer I started going over the hill, but once I came down and it was really dark down there, and but the rustling. I mean, and then you just imagine the trees rustling, and I'm like, I don't know. This is...
And a lot of times there's people out there that will have beer parties and stuff like that back there, I think. Or at least back in the day, a lot of teenagers would go back there.
Yeah.
So you never really know, if there's going to be people there.
Yeah.
It is on ground. Like, you do have to go. It's very, I don't know that it's considered private property, but you do have to travel past a couple of different houses to get to it. Like, it's not on a main road. It's on a gravel road. And I don't know. I mean, it's like her grave is way at the very back of the cemetery. So you have to walk by all the others and go way back there, almost into the woods to see it.
I wonder if this time of year they've really. I bet there's more people go to that cemetery this time of year.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if as many kids talk about it today as they used to. But when I was in high school, people were going out there all the time. Like everyone was all about Indian Lydia.
I was in the high school in the 80s. I didn't hear about Indian Lydia till just several years ago.
Oh, really?
We didn't know, but I mean, it wasn't something we knew about.
Okay,
in
well,
high
maybe
school.
it was a 90s thing. But there's also a waterfall supposedly out there somewhere. If you go down that bluff into that creek and walk a little ways, one of the only waterfalls in Clay County. I have never been there. That is definitely on private property, and you're not supposed to do that. Yeah, and I think kids were still trying to do that.
Yeah, I bet that's pretty back there.
Yeah, it is a really pretty area, for sure.
Yeah, I may have to go back there whenever it's take me back there and go look at it, because it was, and she was a very good person.
Yeah, I think she was.
She's a very good person and everything. But that's all I have on urban legends.
Yep, me too.
Wow. I feel like I learned a lot today.
I know. Me too.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We always end the show with a famous quote or a rule to live by. So what you got?
Well, this is one from Katharine Hepburn.
Oh, I love her.
I love her, too. She's in this book a lot. This is a book of quotes, greatest inspirational quotes, 365 Days to More Happiness, Success, Motivation. And, and she's in here a lot, and I love Katharine Hepburn.
What is your favorite Katharine Hepburn movie?
Out of Africa, is it? Well, no, The African Queen.
Okay.
What's yours?
Mine is the one, the loons. You know what I'm talking about? On Golden Pond.
On Golden Pond.
When she was older.
Yeah, I like the old black and white African Queen.
Yeah.
Because you know why we love her? Because she had grit.
And gumption.
Yes, she did. Two of our favorite words.
I'm eager to hear what she had to say.
Oh, and this is typical. If you obey all the rules, you miss all the fun.
Oh.
Is that a typical?
Yes, that sounds like her. But
yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I am not a total rule follower all the time.
I feel like I walk a line. I do, but I don't.
I know. It is a line. It's not like I'm a total rebel and I just disregard everything. But there are certain times where if you don't smudge the line a little bit, you're never going to have any fun.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there is some truth to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, but that's a total Katharine Hepburn quote.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with her years ago, and she just was, she had that raspy voice.
Yeah.
She was just a force to be reckoned with.
She really was.
She was a woman in a man's world, and she was not what I would have called feminine. She was a beautiful woman. She wasn't feminine. When she came on the scene, she was like, I'm not, you can keep your pumps and your dresses at home. I'm wearing pants. She was one of the very few women back in the day that, she was.
Yeah, I like her.
I like Katharine Hepburn. Full of grit and gumption.
For sure.
All right. That's it today.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. And I hope that you learned a little bit about urban legends.
Yeah,
and
me too.
We will see you next time.
All right. God bless you. Have a great day.